Machete new bike. Okay, so yes, it is new bike day. If you watch my last video, then you're probably thinking you're crazy. Why is it new bike day? But I'll explain later. If you didn't see my last video, the card's going to be somewhere up here to go watch that if you'd like to. But I'll explain later. We're heading there now to go pick it up and build it. So I will just see you guys there. Oh. Machete new bike. Man, isn't that thing super clean? You guys are probably thinking, Dylan, you're freaking crazy. Why did you sell your Bronson? You just made a video talking about how much you love it. Well, if you haven't seen that video, then video card's right up here. If you guys are new here, and if you haven't subscribed, go ahead and smash that subscribe button, because if you enjoy mountain biking, then this channel's for you. But back to why I sold my Bronson. So the reason I sold my Bronson wasn't because I grew bored of the bike, I didn't dislike it. I was just in a good opportunity to sell it, found someone who wanted it for the right price. So I went ahead and sold it and picked up a Megatower. The reason I picked up the Megatower is when I rode that bike and demoed it, it felt perfect to me. The sizing, everything was right on point. Couple things that I did really like about the Megatower is you can put a coil on it. It's not going to void your warranty, no issues. Shock Stroke was made to be able to run a coil, so that's a huge plus to me. I learned that I really enjoy riding the 29er wheels. I think I get a lot more traction out of them. Helps me a lot when I'm climbing through those techier sections. They're a lot faster. I enjoy riding them more. I know some people don't. Some people hate on them. I really enjoy them. I thought they were fun. I'm looking forward to clocking in some miles on a couple other things. I love the color of this bike. The color shouldn't be a deciding factor of why you buy a bike, but the aesthetics of my bike are huge to me, and I'm a sucker for murdered out bikes. I think nothing looks better than black on black with maybe a little bit of color accent, and the Megatower has one of the best color blacks on the market right now. It's like a matte black finish that in the sun has kind of like an army green hue to it, just like a real light hue of green in the sun, which I think is super sick, looks awesome. A lot of people don't realize that when they get the bike also, just because the pictures and the color description is just matte black. So once you get it and you really get it in the sun, it does kind of have like a slight shift in color shade, but it's sick. I promise you guys it looks really good. I don't know if you could really tell in the B-roll clips that it has that light green hue, but it looks awesome. People compliment me all the time on it. Couple notable upgrades on the Megatower. Took the Deity cockpit, of course, off the Bronson, switched that over to the Megatower. Couldn't leave that behind. I love that cockpit. I did also upgrade to the Santa Cruz Reserve rims on this bike also. I did have the stock race face, I believe they're called the AR wheels. I had those on there for a couple weeks while I was waiting for my carbon reserves to come in. I ended up having to get a whole nother set of wheels because I wanted them laced up to the i9 Hydra hubs. So that's another upgrade that I did. Really, really enjoying those. I'm going to make another video on that, going into a little more detail about the carbon rims. If I think they're worth it, maybe that'll help you decide if you're in the market for carbon wheels. If you think it's worth it, maybe you could hold out and just stick with your aluminum wheels. I also want to get into some detail about upgraded hubs. I've had a lot of questions on what the benefits are from upgrading your hubs, so I'm going to get into some detail about that, help clarify what's better about them, and see if maybe it's worth spending the money on. And besides that, everything on the bike is completely stock, but the wheels, cockpit, and I did change out the coil from a 450-pound spring that came on the bike to a 600-pound spring, and that's red, and it's super sick. I think it totally makes the bike my own, makes it look not stock at all. I love it. I'm really enjoying the direction this bike is going. I don't think I'm going to upgrade anything for a while. I'm pretty content with where it's at right now. The only thing I could imagine upgrading would be maybe the fork, but I really don't know the direction I'd want to go with that. I don't know if the 2020 RockShox would be the way to go, or maybe going with that Grip 2 damper. Really don't know. Or maybe even putting a push cartridge in there. I think that would be pretty sick too. And I know you can get that suspension cartridge switch over for the front fork, and you just take that apart, put that sucker in there, and you got a suspension upgrade. So I don't know, maybe those are that, and I mean, really, unless I wanted to upgrade the drivetrain, which I am totally happy with the GX drivetrain. I can't complain about it. I don't necessarily need anything lighter. I'm not trying to shave any weight off the bike. I think the GX 1x12 shifts totally fine. Don't have any problems with it. Super reliable. So, yeah, besides that, maybe just a shock upgrade up front. Yeah, the bike's pretty dialed right now. I'm super stoked on it. So, kind of adding in from that, what I mean in the title of this video of this bike being my dream build is it's not all the most expensive parts. They may not all be my favorite parts on the bike to the T, but what I mean by dream build is this bike totally rides how I want it to ride. I couldn't ask for anything more of the bike. It rides at my desired bike weight. It's not super heavy. It's not the lightest bike out there, but it meets that criteria for me. The sizing is perfect, has the coil in the rear, perfect amount of travel, just the suspension platform is perfect, pedals really well, descends like a monster. The bike is truly perfect to me, and that's what I mean by this bike being a dream build. I kind of look at it as my modular dream build. There's room for upgrades and things to look forward to, but for the most part, it's dialed with how I like it right now. And I think that's more enjoyable than just having the perfect bike, because if your bike's perfect, then, and there's nothing else you can really do to it to, upgrade it or make it feel any better to you, then I don't really find any excitement in that. You're just gonna end up selling the bike and starting something fresh, which, if it's within your means to do that, that's awesome, but I know it's not for me. So this is kind of my dream build. For the bike feels great, maybe some more upgrades down the line, I'm sure, but for now I couldn't ask for anything more. So this is my dream build. I'll also be having some more videos come out on it. I'm going to do a first ride impressions, because this bike rode a lot different than the Megatower I previously demoed. That was a couple specs lower than this one that I'm currently riding. So look out for a video on that. I'm also going to do that video about the carbon rims, so watch out for that. On that note, subscribe if you haven't, because got a bunch more content coming out. Well, that's all for me today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. My name's Dylan. I'm always making mountain biking videos. If you enjoy mountain biking, this is a channel for you. And I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.